For nearly 3 decades, Kathie Lee Gifford and Frank Gifford shared a love story that inspired millions. Through incredible highs, painful lows, public scrutiny, and personal triumphs, they remained together until Frank's passing in 2015. Now, almost 11 years later, Kathie Lee is opening her heart once again, not to announce a new romance, but to explain why she believes there may never be another love story like the one she shared with Frank. In a deeply personal interview, the beloved television personality revealed that she isn't dating, has no desire to start dating, and doesn't believe she will ever get married again. For many fans, the revelation wasn't shocking. Instead, it was another reminder of just how deeply Frank Gifford impacted her life. Kathie Lee explained that while she isn't actively searching for another relationship, she isn't completely closing the door on the future either. She says that if life has another miracle planned for her, she would welcome it with an open heart. But she's no longer chasing love. She's found peace in where she is today. And perhaps that's because the love she experienced with Frank was unlike anything she ever imagined. Their story began in the early 1980s when Kathie Lee was building her television career. Frank Gifford was already a sports legend, admired both for his football career and his success as a broadcaster. Despite their 23-year age difference, the two formed an instant connection. In 1986, they married. Together they built a family, welcoming their son Cody and later their daughter Cassidy. For years, they appeared to have one of Hollywood's strongest marriages. But like many relationships, theirs wasn't without challenges. One of the biggest tests came in 1997 when Frank's affair became front-page news. The scandal shocked fans across America. Many believed their marriage would never recover. But instead of walking away immediately, Kathie Lee chose another path. She stepped away from the spotlight, took time to reflect, and eventually decided to forgive her husband. It wasn't an easy decision. She has openly admitted that it was one of the most painful experiences of her life. But looking back today, she says she has never regretted giving their marriage another chance. Over the years, countless people have approached her to say that her decision inspired them to fight for their own marriages. Those conversations have reassured her that forgiveness can sometimes change lives. Then came the day that changed everything forever. In August 2015, Frank Gifford suffered a massive heart attack at their home. Kathie Lee was the one who found him. She and their son desperately tried to save him before emergency responders arrived. Sadly, it was too late. Frank passed away just days before his 85th birthday. Although losing him was devastating, Kathie Lee has often found comfort in knowing that he didn't suffer. She has shared that the emergency responders assured her his passing was peaceful. Years later, doctors revealed that Frank had been living with stage 4 CTE, a degenerative brain disease linked to repeated head injuries. His diagnosis helped bring greater awareness to the long-term effects of brain trauma, especially among former athletes. The family even donated his brain to scientific research, hoping that future generations could benefit from what doctors might learn. Today, Kathie Lee says her life looks very different. She's an author, a filmmaker, a grandmother to 5 grandchildren, and someone who has learned to appreciate every single day. Rather than focusing on finding another relationship, she's focused on making the most of the life she has now. She says that too many people spend their lives waiting. Waiting for the perfect vacation, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for someday, but she's learned that tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Instead, she wants to find joy in today. Joy in her family, joy in her grandchildren, joy in her work, and joy in the memories she still carries of the man she calls the love of her life. Her story is more than just a celebrity interview. It's a reminder that grief doesn't always disappear. Love doesn't simply end because someone is gone. And sometimes, moving forward doesn't mean replacing the person you lost. It simply means learning to live with gratitude for the time you shared. As Kathie Lee continues writing new chapters of her life, one thing remains unchanged. Her love for Frank Gifford. A love that survived public scandals. A love that survived unimaginable heartbreak. And a love that, even after all these years, continues to shape the woman she is today. Sometimes, the greatest love stories don't end when someone says goodbye. They live on forever in the hearts of those left behind.